Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to second day of Oil and Money. We're very fortunate to have as our first keynote speaker this morning His Excellency Dr. Abdulbari Arousi, the Minister of Oil and Gas for Libya. I know that we are eager to hear what he has to say, especially about the current situation in Libya with regard to oil exports and production. But by way of introduction, I'd like to note that His Excellency has been the Minister of Oil and Gas in Libya since November of 2012. He also worked previously as an engineer and executive in the Libyan petroleum industry starting in 1982. And prior to becoming minister, he had a senior post in the economics ministry of the government. These are obviously very challenging times for Libya as it recovers from civil war, as it tries to rebuild its economy, its oil production, and internal security. Minister Arousi has been at the center of this process of transformation, and we're looking forward to understanding what is happening currently and what the outlook is for the future. So please join me in giving him a warm welcome. We look very much forward to hearing what he has to say.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a great honor for me to be here in this important event. I would like to express my sincere appreciation and thanks to the arrangers of this event for good reception and warm hospitality. I wish you a great success. I would like to take this opportunity to provide a short overview about our current challenges and the activities of oil and gas sector in Libya. As you know, that oil and gas resources represent one of the most important pillars of Libyan national income and economy that the country depends on. Libya has tremendous potential for development. Therefore, investment on the sector is vital for increasing production and reserves potential, for rehabilitating and enhancing development of the country. Currently, we are facing challenges of formulating and implementing medium and long-term development plans in this sector, including revamping of the oil field infrastructure. However, we believe that Libya would overcome these challenges and bring back its full potential soon. Ladies and gentlemen, just after the liberation of the country was immediately focused on maintenance operations on damaged oil and gas fields, ports, refineries, and factories to bring them back to operation. As a result, production was resumed gradually until it reached more than 1 million barrels of oil a day by the end of 2011. This level of production was accomplished so quickly due to the tremendous efforts of national oil workers combined with their experience and prompt availability in different oil sites, despite of the hard condition and the lack of the equipment. Then, after the Libyan oil production reached almost 1.6 million barrels a day of oil in mid-2012, closed its levels before the liberation. The success in achieving such high oil production was astonishing that was not expected by the specialized analysts worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, our plan in oil and gas sector aims to develop and improve the performance and to put the mechanisms for protecting the current production ceiling of oil and gas production levels. In the meantime, we are working to increase production through developing the producing fields and achieve new exploration discoveries despite the current unwanted circumstances of shutdown of production in some fields because of the strikes. Nowadays, persistent efforts are being done to bring the field back to normal production. As a result of these efforts, the production from Al-Sharara and the fields resumed again in September 2013. Now we are producing almost 700,000 barrels a day. There are positive signs to start operating the Al-Harega port in Tobruk in the coming period, and we hope to be able to operate the other ports like Ras Lanuf, Sidra, and Zawitina. Our plan also includes a review and update of Libyan oil law for improvement. In this respect, we have formed a committee of experts from inside and outside Libya to study and review the oil legalization and propose legislative basis to regulate the exploration of oil wealth to encourage the outside investors also. This committee will also review the existing contracts to reach the best option of stereotype to ensure the rights of the Libyan people and encourage foreign partners to work in Libya. Ladies and gentlemen, within the framework of the fight against corruption, we have also established a committee to prepare the foundations for supporting and enhancing the integrity, transparency, and anti-corruption within the oil and gas sector. We are preparing a plan for rehabilitation of new graduates and junior staff for intensive training courses in the areas of English language, computer applications for the placement process to work in the oil companies after passing the training period. We are in coordination with some international institutions specialized in preparation of CARDIS ambitious programs for training and rehabilitating a number of young people in various disciplines related to oil industry for undertaking the leadership position. Also, we have extended and opened the new offices in some cities to facilitate the service and procedures in oil business. As a part of this extension, a national corporation for the oil refining and manufacturing was established to supervise the manufacturing and refining activity. In the past, we used to have only oil NOC to supervise all the activities of oil and gas and manufacturing and based in Tripoli, and now we are planning to have another one, the one which is related to oil exploration and production will be located in Benghazi and that one in Tripoli. As a part of this extension, a national corporation of the oil refining and manufacturing was established to supervise the manufacturing and the refining activities. This ambitious activity required about $45 billion US. And everybody is invited to participate in this new projects will be in Libya, inshallah. Based on that, a manufacturing committee was formed to review the existing manufacturing capabilities and establish a new manufacturing master plan. Our biggest challenge right now, which is finally we're talking about this, is to bring back the production level to 1.6, and we are planning to increase it afterwards to 2 million barrels a day to enable us to proceed with our plans. Thank you very much for your listening. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your views and your insights. I wanted to start out by asking you a few more questions, and then we'll open it up to the floor for some questions. You said that the production is now approaching 700,000 barrels a day, and I think one of the things that would be very interesting to know is what you think the outlook is and how fast this return to 1.6 might be, what the picture looks like maybe in a month or by the end of the year in terms of volumes. You know, and also what's sort of the worst case, best case scenario?
As was talking earlier with the journalist, that our problem in Libya now is a political problem. It's nothing to do with the operation problem. Maybe if it is a technical problem, it will take some time. But we're expecting that to solve this issue anytime. And by solving this issue, we'll put back production in a few days only to 1.6 million barrel a day. So we're expecting it any time. I mean, we work on that, and we solved the issue in west of Libya, which is we put back production to Sharara and Al-Fil fields, and now we are capable to produce, as I mentioned, almost 700,000. And the other problems related to just to the ports, nothing to do with the fields. Mm-hmm. So the ports, we have strikes over there, and we're expecting to solve the issue anytime.
And can you tell us more about this political problem? I mean, what are the issues? What are the? Is this regional differences or?
Well, the problem is the Libya being governed by dictatorship for 42 years, and now the Libyan people are new with democracy. Now, when they ask for their rights, they are using all the efforts to get that rights. Mm-hmm. Even sometimes they're using force. So when they do strike, they don't just like the strikes here in Europe. They are using what you call it. Say they close the fields, they close the ports, they stop productions, mm-hmm. and they're asking for their rights. Some of these rights, okay, we accept it, and some of it is not. Like now in the middle of Libya, Jdabia and Ras Tanuf, Brega, they're asking to form a new what you call it, federalism, you know.
Mm-hmm. Federal system.
Yes, federal system. And this is, if you'd like to have that, you should put it in the constitution, and we are working on the constitution.
So this comes down to the very sort of structure of the government and the state is what they're
yes,
fighting about.
Some of it, yes, some of it, yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds like it's an issue that's going to be. You're basically the approach now is negotiation between these groups and.
Yes, we spoke with the people, you know, and we spend a lot of time on that, and almost 90% of the people over there, they're not with them, you know, just only a few people. And this is why I've said we're expecting to solve this issue anytime. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So, but you can't put a sort of a timeline on when.
No,
exactly,
I cannot. Yeah. I cannot.
It just depends on it depends on these sort of political
yes.
Discussions. In terms of these discussions and so forth, this is sort of not. Is this in the hands of the oil ministry, or is this?
No.
This is coming from the.
This is from the parliament. They're working on that. Yeah. Yes.
And in terms of the oil fields themselves, has there been any, because of these shutdowns that have been caused by these strikes, has there been any damage, or is there any concern about needing maintenance or needing workovers?
No, not at all. But sometimes we have a small problem with the fields. You know, when some of the wells, sometimes when you shut them down, you force them to shut down. You know, you have to do some workover on that to solve this issue. Mm-hmm. But in general, they're okay.
And what about looking forward at the investment environment in Libya and the desire to increase production and bring in foreign investment? Now you have a situation now where at least some companies, certainly some U.S. independents, are thinking of withdrawing from Libya. What are you going to do in terms of attracting new investment, or do you see that as a problem?
Well, as I mentioned, we are forming a committee to review all the previous agreements, and we come up with the new agreements, maybe MC5, to see, try to easy our terms and conditions, and we come up with something that's good for both parties, But what happened with the American companies, Marathon, they said to us that their shareholders applying pressure on this their management, and they said we had if we take the money from Libya, we'll invest it elsewhere and we get more money. As simple as that. It's nothing to do with the political regime in Libya or security situation in Libya. Nothing to do with that. Just as business-wise,
Right.
more than that.
Yeah, I think there is though concern about internal security in not only Libya but in Algeria, in Egypt. There are concerns about the security situation for some of the foreign companies. Is there any program that you're working on to try?
Yes,
to
we
improve
are as a government. We're working on that. You know, we have in oil and gas ministry this what we call them security guards. They are responsible on providing protection for all oil fields and ports. But even though what's happening in Algeria is different from what's happening in Libya, and even we have guns everywhere, but when you walk in Libya, you don't see that. I mean, the situation in Libya is different from what's been happening in Egypt and Algeria. And I can assure that, you know, the people working in Libya, like we do have INI, they are there, this OMV, RWE, this all European companies. We also, BP, they are there, they are resuming their activities soon. We have other companies, you know, they are there and they have no problem. But when you listen to the media, yes, you can. You think that Libya is in chaos, but it's not true.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, let's take a few minutes for some questions from the floor. I think let me see. We have a question right up front here.
Thank you. Ahmed Mishrawi from Algeria. Yeah.
Please identify yourself. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You have a plan to review your law. Is there any time frame for that? That's the first question. Second, you talked about the actual agreement and the renegotiations can be open. Is it on the way already, or there is a plan for that with all companies, or what will be the situation? And you talked about transparency, which is good, but you didn't talk about bureaucracy. In the old days, many companies were facing a lot of bureaucracy. As an example, this visa for re-entry, exit and re-entry things. Do you have a plan for that question? Thank you very much.
Can you repeat the second question, please? Second question.
Second is for the actual agreement. You mentioned that it will be open. Renegotiations will be on. Did they start or something like that?
Okay.
Thank you.
First question regarding the petroleum law. We are almost finished. We've been working on that since the beginning of this year. Experts from all over Libya and the Libyans been working outside internationally. They have international experience, you know, in different fields. And even we had some workshops in Libya regarding that. And we expect in the end of this year will issue the new law, petroleum law. Regarding the rounds, and we are reviewing the previous agreements. You know, we formed a committee within NOC, and we see the advantages, disadvantages of the previous agreements. We see the complaints from our partners, you know, and hopefully we come up with something soon. So sometime next year, early next year, we're going to announce on the new rounds based on this review. Corruption and the bureaucracy, I agree with you. Now we are, because we have a lot of challenges in Libya, so we try to do it one by one, you know. Otherwise we'll be in chaos. So corruption also, we contacted a lot of people. We contacted the United Nations. We prepared all the regulation, procedures, forms, and now in the process of the training of our personnel. And afterwards, we'll try to think about this bureaucracy, and we try to put end to that.
Another question over here? You need, wait for the mic and you can identify yourself.
Yeah, my name is Kate Durian. I'm with MEES. You mentioned Marathon. If they do pull out of the Waha group, do you offer it to another foreign company, or does NOC take the stake? The other question I had was on gas exports to Italy. We understand that the Wafa field has now been shut down because the pipeline has been closed by some tribes. Thank you.
Yes, regarding Marathon, yes, we are interested. We are interested to buy their shares. We have to. We're going to discuss this issue with them. Many people, a lot of companies interested also, all over the world. We've been approached by many people. Regarding the Wafa field, yes, it's been down for 2 days because of the strike from some people. But we substituted the requirement of gas, from the offshore field, Bahr al-Salam, and we reduced the amount of gas goes to Italy, so we can compensate what we lost from Wafa field. But the other fields are okay.
Some more other questions out there? Right here.
Hi, Ben Cahill from Energy Intelligence. I wanted to ask about enhanced oil recovery plans for Libya, which seems like an area of huge potential. Is Libya thinking about developing a separate investment law for EOR, or how will those plans be handled in the future? And do you see this as an area of big potential, in addition to potentially new bid rounds and new EPSA terms?
What's the question, please?
It's about enhanced oil recovery?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just to repeat the question is about enhanced oil recovery, and if there are any particular plans to develop that as an area of strong potential for Libya.
Well, in general, yes. But due to a lot of challenges in Libya right now, sometimes you cannot cope with everything, In Libya, the structure is we have this NOC. NOCs look after the technical issues, all technical issues. And normally they have their own group, and this group is taking care of these issues like enhanced oil recovery and things like that. But right now, due to this current circumstances, we are not coping. But in the near future, hopefully we'll get assistance even from outside the international contractors.
I think we have time for one more question. Do you have anything over here, please?
Mohammed Jamaluddin, Chairman of Oil Operation NOC Libya. Just to clarify more what Mr. Arousi just said for the EOR, there's a division in NOC studying these proposals, and they have gone so far quite good in this task for the enhancement of oil fields. So it's not an issue that we never thought of. It's already progressing quite well. Maybe the results will take some time, but it's already undergoing now. Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification. Well, I think we're about out of time here, so I'd like to bring this to a close and go to the next session. But please join me in giving a round of applause for the minister.